The pack's leader Kael brought back a white-haired woman who looks exactly like me. He said she tugs my twin sister and also his second mate. The sun was setting over the dense woods surrounding the Silver Shadow Pack's territory when Kael and the hunting party returned. I stood near the gates, watching as he strode in, towering and commanding as always, my alpha, my mate. But tonight it wasn't his presence that stole everyone's attention. It was the woman beside him. My breath hitched as our eyes met. The resemblance was undeniable, same sharp cheekbones, same piercing gaze, but her hair was different. Mine is midnight black while hers was stark, almost ethereal white. It was like staring into a distorted mirror, a cruel twist of fate I hadn't seen coming. Kael's voice cut through the murmurs of the gathered pack. She's my second mate and Sable's twin sister. His words landed like a punch to my gut. My twin, my sister, a second mate? The crowd gasped, and I froze, my mind scrambling to process what I should just heard. Her movements were graceful, her confidence undeniable. Montreal's an honor to meet all of you, she said warmly, her voice melodic and calm. First, yep, I've spent years away, but I am glad to finally find my family. I forced a smile and moved to embrace her even though my heart felt heavy in my chest. Then spoke welcome, I murmured, my voice barely above a whisper. The hug felt wrong, empty. I told myself there was no reason to feel threatened. Kael loved me. I am his Luna. Ira was family. Nothing more, nothing less. That evening we held a feast to celebrate Ira's arrival. As the pack gathered, I decided it was the perfect moment to make my announcement. Standing beside Kael, I placed a trembling hand on my belly. I'm pregnant, I said, my voice tinged with nerves and joy. The pack erupted into cheers, their congratulations filling the air for a fleeting moment. I basked in their warmth and admiration. Then Ira stood from her seat, her smile dazzling as she raised her glass. Mupster, I have news as well, she said, her voice effortlessly commanding attention. Mattel, I am the lunar healer. Silence fell, the kind that made the hair on the back of my neck stand on end. The lunar healer? One of the elders whispered, awe thick in their voice. Yes, Ira said, nodding. I can heal any injury, any illness. I can even bring the dead back to life. Chaos erupted. Wolves rushed to her, their excitement spilling over as they bombarded her with questions and praise. In the blink of an eye, the celebratory atmosphere shifted to revolve entirely around Ira. I stood on the sidelines, my earlier happiness fading into a hollow ache. I tried to brush off the bitterness, but it clung to me like a shadow I couldn't shake. Why couldn't this moment, just this one, belong to me? Kael noticed. He came to me, his strong arms wrapped around my waist. Elori, so happy about the baby Sable, he murmured, his lips brushing against my temple. His words were a soothing balm to my wounded heart. Morshin, that's all I need, I whispered, leaning into his embrace. For Nipontra, as long as you were with me. But even as I spoke, doubt gnawed at the edges of my mind. I couldn't ignore the way the pack adored her, the way they looked at her like she was something divine. Sable, our brusque voice broke through my thoughts, her gaze soft as she approached me. Yamartu, I will always be here to help. Don't ever hesitate to ask. Her words were kind, but they cut deep like a dagger wrapped in silk, a reminder of all that she was and all that I wasn't. Kael loved me. I told myself that over and over he would always have my back.